All right, I try to get through these things without doing any edits, but I just, my brain shut down when I was thinking of the name of this book. The Creature from Jekyll Island, it's chapter 12. It's called Sink the Lusitania. So if you want to know the false flag attack of Sink the Lusitania, you can check into that. We also know the Gulf of Tonkin, Tonkin, was one of the events that got us into Vietnam, and you can check out that as well. And then we all have our ideas about 9/11. I have my ideas, and I'm sure you have yours. So they can bring up a false flag attack anytime they want. Okay, that's something that they don't have to wait around for any specific time. They can spring that on us anytime they want to. So let me restart this timer here. I want to talk a little bit about Frankenfood, and Rodney Hampton put me onto a video recently about, I thought I knew a little bit about Frankenfood, and I thought, sure, I'm aware they're doing genetically modified food, but I was not fully aware. You have to watch this video, and I'll also put it in the sidebar, but the depth of evil of that road that we have gone down is much more dire than I ever could have considered. Almost all the food that we eat now is genetically modified, and it's much worse situation than I can describe in my video. You really have to watch. I don't know if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or what have you, but I'm going to put a link in the sidebar, and you will be amazed at how these companies like Monsanto have been authorized patents for genes, basically patents for life, for gene sequences, and they are using these patents to run farmers, mid-sized and small farmers out, just completely out of business. And where's the outrage? I mean, this country used to be a nation of farmers, and these companies like Monsanto are running the farmers out of business, and that is a topic right there that we should all be just outraged about. And the genetically modified food situation, I would like to thank Rodney for sharing that video with me, and I'm going to put a link in the sidebar, but you've got to watch this video. I mean, it is so bad, and we don't know the ramifications of what these genetically modified foods are going to do to our bodies several years down the road, and we're talking about some really, really terrible stuff that has been allowed to happen in the name of genetically modified foods, and it didn't have to be like that. There was alternatives that alternative ways they could have gone about doing this, but they chose not to. So they don't care about the people. They don't care about the most safest decision or what is best for the American public. They care about the money. They care about lining their own pockets. They care about the corruption of power, right? It's so freaking obvious, I don't know what to say. Okay, I can't go through any videos without talking about the rise of atheism and what I think about atheism. And I know a lot of you say we should join hands with the atheist or lock arms with the atheist, and we should fight the New World Order, and I should lay off the atheist a little bit. But I got to speak what I consider the truth, and let me just share some things. And I said this before, and it's still true. I would actually fight to be in a society where people have the right to be atheists. But that's different than me espousing what I believe is truth. I still want the right for my own self to passionately espouse what I believe to be truth, and that is definitely not atheism. There was a saying that I kind of related to when I was a young man, and that saying was, if you don't rebel against the system by the time you're 20, you have no heart, and if you don't conform to the system by the time you're 30, you have no brains. And the problem with that statement now, as I think about it now, I'm in my 40s, is that the system is so corrupt that anybody with brains would not want to conform to this system. It's just getting completely out of hand. The size of our government, how they're infringing upon our rights. We're moving away towards a true. We haven't had a true capitalistic system in ages. I don't even know. The last time, but it's been so long, and the government manipulation and the government subsidies and the government giving money out to these big corporations, it's just incredibly bad. But let me also state that when it comes to atheism, I can understand, that the young people that I see on YouTube that are part of the atheist community, they love to rebel against religious hypocrisy, and I can understand that. I'm 42 years old. In my 20s, I was a very rebellious man as well. I'm not saying this in a braggadocious fashion. It's nothing to be proud of. I'm saying this in a mostly a shame fashion. I spent a lot of nights in various jails all around Dallas. In public intoxication, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct. I didn't do any crimes of robbery or anything like that, but I was a very rebellious young man. I say that to show that it's typical when you're in your 20s to be sort of rebellious. And so you may have, as an atheist, picked upon religious hypocrisy, and you're going to rebel against it. What I cannot understand is never in my going through a rebellious period in my year and rebelling against authority and things like that, did I ever get to the point where I rejected my own self so much. I did not reject my own soul. I did not reject my free will. I never wanted to stand on top of a mountaintop and say, I am an automaton. I am completely governed by material influences. I have no free will. I mean, do you know how much the New World Order loves the fact that the educated, the young educated group, or the young educated, I don't know what the word is, but the young educated people of both Europe and America are falling for this. They have become atheism as a rejection of religious hypocrisy, and they love attacking it. And I don't have a problem with that. I hate mainstream religious hypocrisy too. And but at the same time, I can't imagine a point in my own life, even though I may have cussed God in the past, I may have yelled out, because all of us go through trying times. I may have yelled out some very bad things against my Creator, but I never said that He did not exist. I never said that I do not have a soul. I never said that I don't even have free will. I don't understand where you guys are coming from when you do that. I mean, how can you have any pride whatsoever in attacking mainstream religion and at the same time trashing your own soul? I have a hard time understanding any of that. I can understand you being mad at mainstream religion and throwing the baby with the bathwater and cussing God and saying these people are such idiots and these people are so full of hypocrisy that you don't want anything to do with them, and therefore there is so much evil in the world that God must not exist, which is another argument, by the way, that C.S. Lewis discusses. He discusses why there is evil in the world and why evil must exist in the world for us to have free will. Free will is our most precious gift. So I'm not against you guys attacking religious hypocrisy, but there is a lot of beautiful things that also come with religion, and there is a lot of beautiful religious people that uphold the teachings of the Bible and the teachings of do unto others as you would like to have them do unto you, and the beautifulness of religion. So I don't understand why you have to trash your own soul and your own free will and your own independence. Don't you know that the New World Order loves that kind of discussion? I mean, it's one thing for two people to argue and to try to enslave one another. It's quite another for one person to convince the other one that you're not even a human being, you don't even have free will, and oh, by the way, build your own prison. You need to build your own prison, and you need to get inside your own prison. I mean, that's exactly what you guys are doing when you fall into that atheism trap of rejecting your own soul and rejecting your own free will and rejecting your own independence. They have convinced you that you're not even a human that has the capacity of thinking for yourselves, and you're building your own prison, and they just sit back and laugh. I don't know what to say. Looks like I ran out of time. I was going to try to put some words of encouragement, but I'll save that for another video. Hopefully I haven't gone past too far. God bless you all, and take care.